I don't know what I might have become if not an artist. When in childhood my father would tell us bedtime stories, the main character was always a girl and an artist. I was enchanted, and so today I am an artist. I am inspired by many things. Sometimes I'm not aware of where the inspiration comes from, or even the moment I'm inspired. I am simply living. I'm fascinated by the energy and stillness, such as can be observed when a dog or a tiger assumes a tense stance seconds before pouncing. The skin is taut, and underneath it, the muscles are incredibly tense in anticipation of the leap. This is the type of stillness I love. In general, I tend to avoid defining or specifying things, be it time, ethnicity, or anything else. As such, there is no temporality in my works. Time is extremely relative in general, not only in art. Women and men often look similar in my work. People struggle to tell them apart. I'm not sure why I draw this way. This is just how they come out. I'm not sure I can explain it. I guess it's just because the soul is a soul. I used to avoid drawing eyes because I am not concerned with psychology. It is so individual. I am much more interested in the general, the whole. I see the world in its entirety as opposed to concentrating on specific humans. I see it as the cohabitation of many people on this planet. All of the world's ethnicities, times, and centuries all together, fitted onto one sheet of paper. This is how I perceive it. It is grand. Misha Kobakhidze and I collaborated for a very long time. Ultimately, in 1999, we shot a film together in France. Misha created a total of 6 films in his lifetime, and of these we worked on 1 together. There are certain stages to the creative process. You can get started and everything might be going smoothly. When suddenly something is off, you apply some hues and lose that line of thought or creativity. Well, basically, you are in a constant battle to ensure balance. You make sure that the technique doesn't get ahead of expressiveness, but that expressiveness does not get out of hand. Everything must be in moderation, but simultaneously, everything must be absolutely free. The process is very challenging. Suddenly you like something, and the entire work is woven out of that focal point. Then you must enter into it and see everything very clearly, as though you were genuinely there. Everything is not as we perceive it, as we might think it to be. There is much more happening in the background that we may not be private to. The background sets the mood for the foreground, and it is vitally important. Although it may not always be evident, or we may not notice it, it is constantly laboring away. Unless the artist is doing something purposefully, knowing precisely what it is to be done, the rest is spontaneous, but certainly not devoid of meaning. The best works are always sketched out on a ripped piece of paper or on the back of some notebook. You create masterpieces. But as soon as you approach the prepped and stretched out sheet of paper, it is a different story. You spend time getting it ready, stapling and wetting it. And as you see the bright white staring back at you, well, then you are mindful of it all. You may overwork a section, make it hyper-realistic and strive for harmony, wishing to create all these shapes drawing on your knowledge of anatomy. Then suddenly, you are overcome with the urge to juxtapose it all with a massive and raw flatness. Nothing happens without a reason. If the artist has an urge to do something, it means words could not express what needed to be related, but the markings managed to. Through mark making, the artist's attitude is conveyed, even towards the world. This is where one projects one's real attitude much more clearly and truly than through interactions or communications with another. A piece is not complete when an artist creates it or finishes working on it. But once it embarks on an independent journey of existence, on a wall in a gallery or in someone's home. Every piece of work, all human beings and the environment are all interconnected, and they gradually grow together and unite.